Welcome to Direct Game Masterclass. This seminar is exclusive for the PUA base. Before we start with the training, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Dan. In the world of seduction and dating, I am well known as a bad boy. I was 2 times chosen the best PUA, the best dating coach in the world. And I officially created Direct Game. Therefore, today I'm going to teach you lots of things that I know, and I want to share that knowledge with you about Direct Game. How it is done properly, how can you use it, what are the best ways to use it, how can you implement Direct Game into your life. Direct Game is probably the most efficient, the most genuine, honest way to seduce, to talk with girls, and actually to live the life. In every area of the life, you are being very direct. You go to the toilet, you want to pee, you go to the toilet. You hungry, you order something or go to the restaurant. So pretty much your thoughts equals towards direction. I want that, I'm going to go there and get it. And this is why Direct Game feels natural, Direct Game feels good, and Direct Game feels amazing when you do it. And actually it is what women are searching. Let me tell you a story, how everything started, how I actually discovered Direct Game. It's actually a very funny story. 2001, 2002, somewhere there, pretty much 20 years ago. I was with a game where you are right now, getting some girls, but freestyling. I wasn't happy with my game, we were all playing indirect game, approach a girl, don't tell her that you want her, The problem was I wasn't happy. I was playing that game, I was trying, but getting some results, but it wasn't me. I never liked this kind of memorizing routines, but it was whole mystery thing, very indirect game, and I never clicked with it. It was never me, and so in that frustration, I started searching, okay, what's there else? How can I improve it? How can I, feel better, get more efficient with the game? And so I had this really funny opener where I wanted to see, I was doing a research. Basically, I was approaching girls and asking, okay, how would you like to be approached? So that was my opener, hey girls, let me ask something, how many times have you been approached tonight? Then what's your favorite approach? What's the best opening line, your best approach you heard tonight, ever? And that was kind of my doors towards discovering direct. And I was running this probably for a couple of weeks, couple of months. Okay, so basically approaching lots of girls and ask them, okay, how would you like to be approached? And then one evening, I approached one girl. Actually, I was running this kind of indirect game. I really liked her. So I approached her and I'm like, tell me. I was fucked. I was brainwashed with indirect game. I approached her. I'm like, I really like that girl over there. Please help me. There was a hot girl in front of her, what's the best way to approach her? And she told me, just go there and say you like her. I was like, really? Just like that? She's like, yeah, approach her and tell her that you like her. I'm like, okay, you know what? Stand here and watch me. And this was actually my game I used to play, I would actually approach a girl in front, then I'll come back, then I'll continue conversation with her. But actually that approach went really well. Girl was like, wow, I really like this, nobody ever approached me like that. Wow, so much balls, confidence. So I went home, I'm like, fuck, you know what? This actually worked very well. I really like this opener, And so at the beginning, it was just the opener, that's basically, it was just I like you opener, I'll approach a girl, say, you know what? I really like you, what's your name? And this was basically the first steps of discovering the whole game behind, because direct game is not just the opener, it starts with the opener. You can do a lot with the opener if your delivery, everything is good, but direct game is more than just the opener. That's the first thing you have to understand. Like, majority of the guys, they are basically now teaching direct game around the world, some in Brazil as well. They still don't understand that, what they're doing is they just replaced their indirect opener with direct, and they continue playing. They do direct opener, and then they continue playing indirect game. And this is what pretty much everybody is teaching about direct game. Today, I want to teach you how to play proper direct game from A to Z. The very first thing that you have to understand about direct game is that direct game is 80% of inner game and 20% of techniques or execution. That means inner game is the biggest part of this game. Just like with everything else, like, tennis is as well 80% inner game, 20% techniques, on the pro level. So same thing here. So we're gonna talk a lot about your mindset, your beliefs, what do you project, what do you think who you are, because all of that will be projected. Because direct game is about being honest with yourself and honest with a girl, and creating this channel of honesty between you and the girl. So if you believe that you are a loser, if you believe that you don't deserve her, that's gonna be communicated. That's why, changing and working on your beliefs is really crucial part of direct game as well. I mean, you cannot be approaching super hot girls and saying, okay, I'm choosing you to be my girlfriend, or trying to project that, while actually inside you don't believe that you can handle, that you can be with such a beautiful girl. So yes, inner game is the first thing that you need to understand. Inner game is really important part of direct game. In indirect game, you can just kind of learn routines, memorize, fake it till you make it, go out there and play, talk with the girls, and basically your inner game, and basically you are hiding your inner game. With indirect game, your inner game is exposed on the approach. You're saying you're the man, confident, blah, blah. You will see later on. That's kind of really important to understand, really important to be aware of. See, you have to understand that direct game is actually their dream. It's their fantasy. Actually, we delivering direct game is actually selling girls their own fantasy. Just like girls sell to us our fantasy, sexy body, good looks, direct game is all about selling them their fantasy. Because look this is basically what majority of the guys don't understand. Direct game is not about, I wanna fuck you. Maybe even you can mean that, but you cannot say it. Direct game is, see, when a girl is at home, okay, and she's preparing herself to go out, she's preparing, to be beautiful, she's turning herself into our fantasy, pretty, kind of tight body, sexy, kind of shaving her legs. What she's dreaming. What is the behind purpose? What she's doing? She wants to look the best she can, because she knows the hotter she looks, the more guys will approach, or more traffic she gets. The more guys approach, the higher chance she will meet that one quality guy, because she needs only one that night. So, for what? She wants someone. She's not looking to get laid. I mean, some girls are looking to get laid, but majority she's hoping body, that sexy, that beauty will attract a guy, and then he will discover her personality. He will discover how amazing she is and how wow person she is, and then maybe he's gonna fall in love and stay with her forever, marry her and everything. This is their dream. This is their fantasy. So they're putting the makeup, they're going to this process of beauty, to be beautiful and sexy to us, to get as many approaches, to get the best guy who will be, wow, this girl is amazing. Not only good body, but as well amazing personality. This is their dream. Now, direct game lies on top of that dream. So, because when you're approaching a girl, you're saying with your opening line, I don't know why, but I really like you. There's something special about you. I want to get to know you. Who are you? What's your name? See, you're saying, or another example, you are so damn sexy, or two girls, you girls are so damn sexy. And I want to get to know you. Who are you? So, you are actually projecting their fantasy. You are approaching with, you appreciating her looks. You're saying, look, you're looking beautiful, got me here, motivated me to approach you and to discover, is there anything behind the beauty? Who are you? Who is the person behind that sexy body? And this is the fantasy of every girl. Not just that she's chosen because she has nice ass. That's kind of degrading to a female. It's, you know, it's not respectful because she wants to be more than just nice pair of tits and ass, sexy bimbo. So she wants to be recognized as a wow, cool, amazing person, amazing girl. And this is what you are delivering to them on your direct game. That's why it works. And one more reason, you don't want to just have sex with her. You just want to fuck her. You want to discover, to get to know her. So try to incorporate that in your approach, in your verbal lines. Approach her and say, you know what, I like you. I like the way you look, but I want to get to know you. Who are you? So you can say that in many different ways. You are so damn sexy, and I want to get to know you. Who are you? What's your name? And then you go for the handshake. And at that moment, the direct game starts. When you deliver your opener in a proper way. And this is why you get even more attraction, because this is exactly the lines that she wants to hear from a man. A cool guy who is dominant, confident, interesting, comes that and says, I don't want to fuck you. I want to get to know you. I want to know who are you as a woman. I like the way you look. I appreciate time, energy, and effort that you took into your looks. But I don't want just that. I want more. Who are you? I want to get to know you. This is underlying message that you need to deliver. In order to understand how direct game works, you need to understand mechanics of attraction. And this is the first thing that we're going to really talk about. What is attraction? What do you think? What is attraction? A girl playing with her hair, a girl asking you a question, is that attraction? Yes, these are the symptoms. These are side effects of attraction. See, attraction is a feeling. And this is something that you as a player, you as a man, you as a seducer, you need to understand. Just like pain. Pain, you feel pain, somebody hits you, you will feel the pain. Why? Because it's a signal that sends to your brain, we are getting hurt here. You know, do something about it. Basically, pain is a signal from your muscle, from your tissue, from a scar. Something is broken. It's a signal to the brain. There is a Houston, there is a problem. We have a problem somewhere. So it's a signal to protect your life, actually. It's survival signal. Just like when you're hungry, it's a signal from your stomach to your brain. We need energy, we need food, we need nutrition. Go get us the food. So that's how body functions. And so attraction is a signal as well. Attraction is a feeling that's created when you see something that you like, when you're in front of something that you like. And it's not only man to woman, woman to man. You can see the car that you like. You can see the house that's beautiful that you like. And you can feel that butterflies in your stomach. Wow, I like that. I want to have that. I want to buy it. I want to eat it. I want to fuck it. Whatever. That is attraction. So attraction, one more time, attraction is a feeling. Let's put a definition. That's really important to understand the game. Attraction is a feeling that body creates once you see something that you like. For example, I like tall blonde girls. So when I see a tall blonde girl, sexy with good, body mass index, and she's like beautiful, my unconscious will create me a signal, then we like her, go and get her. And then I just react on that feeling and I go and get her. If you resist that, you have approach anxiety, whole new level of problems blah, blah, blah. So there is a way how to remove that, but this is not topic of this masterclass. So, but this is basically what happens in your body, in your brain. So, how does that relate to direct game? See, there's a list in your head. What kind of girl do you want? What kind of girl? I have a list unconsciously, blonde, blah, 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 tall, beautiful, big tits, You have pretty face, you have a list as well. And every girl has a list what she wants. Every girl in her mind has a list, basically pretty much it's unconscious list of what kind of man she is looking for. And of course, the closer towards that list you are, the easier for you will be to have the girls, because you are being the ideal. So let's talk about what is the list of every girl on the planet Earth, her internal wish list, attraction list. It really doesn't matter what kind of game are you playing. See, no matter what game you're playing, you should be always selling the same guy. If you want to create attraction, you need to say to a girl, I'm confident, dominant, interesting. It's always the same. You need to project these qualities. This is what women are searching for. And in direct game, we convey this within split seconds, within couple of seconds. That's why direct game is much faster than anything else, because you can, if you're good at direct game, you can convey this on the opener within couple of seconds. That's why good direct opener creates attraction, because you are conveying the list. So let's talk about the list. First thing is being confident, of course. Confidence, this is on top of the list, confidence. Why confidence? Because confidence for women are what nice tits are for the men. She sees a confident guy, deep inside her genes, she will feel attraction for that guy. So confidence equals tits. Remember that, okay? So you as a man, first thing what you provide to the woman is confidence. You feel confident about yourself, she will be happy to be with you, so she can jump and take part of that confidence. Confidence is a huge attraction. There's a whole reason. We don't have a time now to cover everything. Come to one of my seminars, I'll explain you everything about that. So confidence is number one trigger to create attraction. Then dominance. Girls by default, they're more submissive. They're more people, they like to follow. They like when a man is saying, let's go there, I'm taking you there. That creates much more attraction than, I don't know where do you like to go? Maybe this restaurant or that restaurant on a date, or there. When you're not sure, this is not a trait of a man. Man should be dominant. Leader. Same thing, dominance and leadership actually go together. It's very hard to be dominant without being, actually you can be dominant for yourself but without being a leader, but actually these two elements are joined together because leader is dominant. Leader is a part of saying, but difference between just dominance and leadership is you're not taking care of other person. Like for example, you are very simple example, you're in a nightclub with a girl, a dominant guy will just grab her, hey, let's go sit down. Why? A leadership guy who knows, basically leader guy, he's gonna create environment where actually that she's happy to follow. You know what, I see you in a high heels. Let's go sit down. So you're using her emotion, you are making her world better. Because you are taking care of her. Oh, we are talking, let's grab a drink. It's a leadership, it's dominance plus leadership. Leadership because you are taking care not just of yourself, but for others around you. You are the one who is thinking on a higher level, thinking what you can do, and making not just life better for yourself, but for everybody else around you. Then, very important part of being a man is being sexual. If you're a confident, dominant leader, and you're gay, of course she's not going to have much of attraction for you. So you need to show sexual energy. You need to show that you like her, that you want her. Being independent. That's where a lot of guys fail because they still live with their mothers, with their parents. They cannot function by themselves on this life, and that's not attractive. So you basically being a man is being responsible for yourself, taking care of yourself. Washing your clothes, preparing your food, paying your bills, living by yourself. Being independent. A man needs to be independent. If you're kind of young boy, 19, 20, by the time you are 22, 23, you should step out from your place. The sooner the better, and start making your own money, start living for yourself by yourself. That can do so much good. Just like staying at home for too long can do so much damage for your direct game later in life. So girls, of course, what girls want, they want a guy who has his apartment, his roof under head, who is making his own money. That's attractive. That is attractive. That's what they're searching for. And that's what you should project when you talk with her. Social skills. One more trait that you should turn on while speaking with them. For girls are social creatures. They enjoy talking, and you should be the guy who has a good social skills. You have friends, you can talk with people, bartenders, you not rude to them. You're good, you have good people skills. That will get you lots of pluses, lots of attraction. Next one is sense for humor. Sense for humor is really, really important. Not just because girls like guys who make them laugh, but because it shows really amazing emotional and social intelligence. Why is that? See, girls go through lots of ups and downs. They change lots of emotions during their period cycle, they're going from pain to happiness to sad, bodies are creating lots of hormones. So they're going through lots of different emotions per day. You have ability, with a good sense for humor, to change her emotions like this. To go from pain to laughing. That's really on the level of the magic. Imagine you have a pain, for a girl perspective. She's in a pain, she's feeling bad. You can change her day, you can change how she feels in that moment. That's why sense for humor is very, very standing good on the market, basically on a dating market, because you can control how that person is feeling. And for seduction, that's really important. Really important. Sometimes girl is pissed off, sometimes it's with a humor, with your smile, you can change. You should be changing how she feels. So, next one on the list of ideal men. What we are doing here, we are creating ideal men that we're going to project them in direct game. It's being successful. Every girl wants a guy who is successful. And success can be measured in very different ways. I mean, it's not that having millions and a yacht means that you are successful. Like when you are 19, living by yourself when all your friends, classmates, are living with the parents, you living by yourself, having an apartment means successful. When you're 16, having a car, or I don't know, when you are 2 years old, being able to walk, you are successful. You are ahead of your own group. You are above your peer leads, your group. So you are doing better than average guys, than average people in that age group. That's what means being successful. And as well, you have a job, steady income, you're controlling your life, you have your own company, it's show success. And definitely girls are heavily attracted to successful guys because of it. Loves to travel. Girls love to travel and, talk about travel. They love when we take them somewhere. So definitely one of characteristics that you should show along your getting to know each other is that you like to travel and everything else. Education. Education is important because, you don't need to be now finish some high top university. If you did, great for you. But that you have some school, you have some degree, that's good. That next thing is to read books as well. You read some books, variety of different interests. That's what actually girls like. Basically, they want a guy who is interesting to talk. And that's something that you should project along the route. Interesting to talk. You know lots of things about different topics. What's the problem with geeky guys, with geeks, nerds, is they only do computers and then they have one sport or one hobby. He's playing chess. He does computer and playing chess, and that's his life. That's boring. Like what I did when I was coaching one geek. I teach him how to cook, we sign him up to salsa, to playing guitar. 2 months later, from totally non-attractive geek who played chess, he became a geek who knows lots of things about wine, who cooks amazing food, plays guitar, he fucking does amazing back massage, reads different stuff. He became very, very attractive guy. So monofocus is not good in life in general, especially not with girls. So different topics, open different topics, read different books. That's what I did many, many years ago when I started approaching lots of girls. Because that's the problem with cold approaches. You approach a girl, she doesn't, one is studying medicine, other one is jumping from airplanes, she's a parachute instructor. Third one is yoga instructor. Fourth one is a architect. I realized, I don't know much about these topics. So what I did, I took 1 year of real education. I got myself 30, 40, 50 books in that year I read from different topics that I didn't know shit about. I took spirituality, 2 books, architecture, medicine, interior design, I don't know, book about breathing, book about energies, book about different stuff. By the end of the year, there's no way that she could say something I didn't know something about that topic. I was really good with all approaches, with everything, with direct game and everything, but I wasn't an interesting guy to talk. I had nothing to share. I didn't know much about their worlds, about spirituality, meditation, yoga, stuff that they're into it. So I filled my hard drive with amazing knowledge, and still today, 10, 15 years later, I will go to a bookstore on Amazon and I'll buy some books that are totally out of my vision, out of my interest, just to expand my zone of what things I can talk about. So every month, maybe every second month, I take a book from totally unknown area that I never touched before. And you should do the same. Make sure you can variety of things to talk about. It's not just kind of one thing. It's not your computers and picking up girls. So, variety of things. Dressing style. One really important switch. Girls will judge you how you dress, and they'll try to fit you in category where do you belong in a social circle, in basic hierarchy of society. Where are you being part of that society? So none of hot girls wants to be the guy who doesn't give a shit about how he looks. You should dress nice, clean, always try to look the best you can. You know, one thing is being God-given by, you know, there is difference between good-looking guy, who is by nature good-looking, I don't know, like, you know, white shoulders, tall, like, you know, and looking good. Everybody can look good. We are not all given by nature amazing genes, but everybody can dress nice, fit colors, you know, kind of find colors that define you, you know, and dress really stylish. And you will have much easier time with the girls once you have that. This is essential to have, okay? Hygiene as well. Girls will, I mean, they're gonna look at your nails, like, you know, you should be okay with hygiene. So don't look, you know, dirty, don't look, you know, untaken care of, lots of ears from the, you know, from, like, you know, hair from the ears or from the nose, like, you know, these things are not attractive. So clean cut, shave, you know, kind of, or whatever looks the best for you, like, you know, hairstyle, you know, kind of dressing style, clothes. Take care of yourself, look good. You will have easier time with creating attraction, with looking good. And this is part of direct game. You want direct game, you want this game to work the best, convey this fucking list, be this list. Next thing on the list, social and emotional intelligence. Very important. What it means, social intelligence? Understanding social norms and not violating them. One more time. Understanding social norms and not violating them. Different social norms in different places. What you can do in a nightclub, you cannot do on a street. You cannot approach a girl and grab her for the ass, like, you know, in the middle of the street. You can maybe do that in a nightclub, you know, kind of being sexual escalation, everything, like, you know. But you cannot do it on a street, like, you know, in a business meeting, you cannot do things that you can do on a street or in a coffee shop. So, understanding limits of society, what society created, what we create in society, what are the social norms, and you respecting them. You know, the guys who are weirdos, they're usually crossing that boundaries of he's doing something not normal. You know, and you don't want to be weird. There are lots of weirdos in a pickup community, in seduction community. You don't want to be one of them who is violating social norms, pissing off people, and goes like, I don't want to be with this guy. I don't want that guy to be part of my life. So that's really, really important. As well, for emotional intelligence, it's really important because emotional intelligence is about two things, two different things. Number one is recognizing how the person feels. That's really important. Girls make decisions by emotions. If she feels that she wants to kiss you, she feels that she will kiss you. If she feels horny, she feels that she wants to have sex with you, she will have sex with you. If she feels, whatever she feels, she will do. She does not feel that she likes you, she doesn't like you, it's a feeling, she's not going to be with you. If she feels she likes you, she will be with you. So, you being able to read emotions and you being able to control your emotions and basically change her emotions. If she's nervous, you approach her, she's nervous. You should be able to recognize that, passive emotional intelligence, and active emotional intelligence, change that emotion. Make her smile, make her relaxed. So you are recognizing how she feels and changing if needed. If you approach and she's happy, she's happy to see you. You don't need to change anything. Just continue riding that wave. But recognize, look, I have attraction. She likes me. She's in good mood. Let's play. But if you approach, she's in a bad mood, your job as a man is to change that emotion. Emotions can be changed. Just like you can change, like you hit yourself, you feel pain. A few minutes later, it goes away. Emotions are like that. She feels, maybe you approach in a bad way, she feels bad. Stay in, emotion will go away, but take care of, make sure that you change how she feels about you. So, really long introduction about attraction. This is attraction. What is attraction? One more time. Attraction is recognizing from the list something that you see. Man attraction is nice tits, ass, young, slim, good in bed. 5, 6, 7, 10 things, whatever. Now, every guy is different, in different stage. But pretty much we are simple. Give us that, give us hot girl who is not crazy, who is, kind of not talking too much and, lots of sex and good company. We are happy. Women need this. Women looking for the man who is confident, dominant, interesting, successful, has style, hygiene, sense of humor, who likes to travel, who reads books, who is educated, he is a little bit interesting, unpredictable, confidence, alpha guy, leadership. This is what women are looking for. Your job on approach in direct game is to convey this. And this is the biggest difference between indirect and direct game. In indirect game, you approach a girl and you're like, hey, let me ask you something. And then over the 15, 20, 30 minutes, you are flipping this one by one. You say something about this. Look, he's interesting. Then, you say a routine about that. Look, he's dominant. Or then, so basically, this is how indirect game was designed back in the days. We had stories and routines to flip each one of these things. With direct game, what I did, what I created, I compressed all of it into a good approach. Into 10 seconds. You can convey this in 10 seconds. And you will see that in the rest of this masterclass. So, your job, one more time as a man, if you want to create attraction, this is what women plus minus, we can create a much bigger list, but put in that he takes care of her, he's nice, respectful, he's not a player, but list will be much bigger. But if you can convey this, pretty much you are good. It's all about integrating that, and every guy should be able to deliver this to a woman. So when you approach a new girl, you want her to think this about you. Because then she likes you. She's like, fuck, I like this guy. He's confident, interesting, dominant, likes to travel, he reads books, successful, I want to date this guy, I want to fuck this guy. This is what you want to create within your approach in her mind. That's your job. Your job in direct game is to flip each one of these switches about you in her mind, to communicate that to her. This is how attraction is created very fast. And this is the powerful, good, direct opening, direct game opening. As I told you, opener is just one part of the game. But if you do it correctly, it is 80% of the game. It does amazing things for you, because just imagine ability to convey all of that list in just a couple of seconds. You can accomplish that if you incorporate, basically every opener, every approach, when you approach a girl, should not be just like, hey, let me ask you something. Should be fine-tuned and perfect, like a sniper shot delivered. And if you use correct body language, like what you see now in examples, you can accomplish that by using the body language and by conveying that Your openers, your approach starts with dominance. Your approach should start with power, where you are conveying, I'm dominant, I'm confident, I'm sexual, I know what I want, I'm a leader, I'm an alpha male. Your approach should convey, your initial approach should convey all of those things about you. And this will, of course, as a result, create attraction. So yes, good direct game starts with attraction. There is a big difference in the mindset when you are using direct game, okay? And the most crucial component is this I am choosing you mindset, okay? So lots of guys, when they're approaching girls, they're approaching with the mindset, I hope she will like me. I'm basically, they position themselves low here, like, and she's here, like, I hope, I can get this girl. Oh my God, like, she's so up there, like, can I, what can I do to attract her? No. You don't play that game. In a proper direct game, you are not playing this, oh, can I please have her? Like, maybe I can have her. You switch the frame. And the frame, the proper healthy frame is you approach her, and actually it's not even with the words. You are saying that's kind of underlying message, sub-communication. You are saying, I like you. I am choosing from all the girls here in the club, I am choosing you to be my girl. This is the most crucial sub-communication that you can deliver to the girl. Very powerful. I am choosing you. So when you approach, you turn her around, you look at her. You know what? You're so damn sexy, and I want to get to know you. Who are you? What's your name? Slow, dominant, more kind of James Bond energy. That's really crucial. But not needy frame, like, oh, I need her. You don't need her. You are happy without her. With her, your life will be even better. And basically, what you are doing, you are approaching and inviting her into your life. If she's stupid to reject that, that's okay. You can accept that. You go to another one. But you are the $1 million check, not her. And you are the price. This is what you are switching when you're approaching. When you approach, it's kind of double meaning. By approaching, you're saying, I need you, but then with your mindset, actually you're saying, I'm giving you a chance. So you're switching from I need you to I'm giving you a chance to meet me, to be with me. And this is very, very simple, very complex but crucial differentiating point when you approach a girl and she's like, wow, I like this guy. And this is what you want to create. It's like this, wow, I like this guy. Confident, dominant, he wants me, but he doesn't need me. This is crucial. You want her, you want to be with her, but you don't need her. You can choose another girl. Anywhere, on a beach, in a club, anywhere around. You want her, but you don't need her. This is very crucial component that has to be integrated part of your inner game and game. That's why I'm telling you, direct game is about inner game, not about you approach, turn her around, all of that. That's kind of 20%, or basically hands on table approach that you have seen. That's 20% of delivery. 80% is the mindset. And that is the mindset. Mindset is, I don't need you. I want to be with you. I would like to invite you in my life and share my life with you. I'm an amazing man, but I don't need you. I can choose any girl. But I'm here talking with you. I'm giving you a chance to be with me. and I will do all my work, I will seduce you, I will do everything. But it's up to you. And of course, when you approach like that, of course she's gonna be interested. More interested than like you begging there to be with her. So think about it and try to add this into your game. So let's talk now what happens after the opener. How do you continue being direct after the opener? This is where majority of the guys that are trying to do direct game, they fail because they switch back to indirect. Teasings, push-pulls, you know, and all stupid indirect stuff, that's not necessary. So, keep in mind that the frame you created on the approach, on the opener, which is very crucial, which is I like you, I wanna get to know you. That frame needs to maintain now to the whole conversation, to the phone number, to the kiss close, till the fuck close. Okay, so idea is to not switch the frames. So maintain the frame, direct frame you created. I like you, I wanna get to know you. And how do we do that? By continuing the conversation. So let's say, I don't know, you approach a girl with direct, the opener ended with the exchange of the handshake. I like you, I want to get to know you, who are you, what's your name? You do a handshake, she's Christina, you're Mark. Now what you're doing, now your job is to get to know that girl and create some sexual energy. See, in seduction, in general, there are only two energies that we are playing with. Basically, all techniques, all tools, everything what you learn from your gurus, from your coaches, that you read, you know, kind of everything that you are doing when seducing a woman, it's either creating comfort energy, creating a connection, and trust. This is kind of, let's say, friendship, where you are, when you're creating a friendship, friends with someone, this is what you're doing. You're creating comfort, finding a lot of commonality, connection, you're building lots of trust building, you have a friend. Okay? With the girls, this is important. They need to feel safe, they need to feel comfortable, they need to feel connected with us. They understand us, we understand them. So this is one part of the game, definitely. Whatever you are doing. Even in the direct game, it's very important. Now, so basically, we said all the tools that we have, it's either building this or it's building sexual energy or sexual tension. Sexual, let's call it energy. / tension. So, everything what you're doing in seduction is either building this, or actually the both. And you can control the whole process of seduction. Is it going to be fuck body, one night stand? Is it going to be like more kind of, if you're kind of going more for girlfriend material? Basically, you're going to change ratios of how much you give to the girl. This. For example, if you just want to get laid fast, you find a horny girl or you make a horny, it's going to be mostly here. Majority of your content, what you're saying, what you're doing, will be building sexual energy because you don't want a relationship with her. You just want to have sex with her. On the other side, if you want a relationship, still you approach direct game, basically everything, but then majority of your content, what you're talking, what you're doing is here. So I would say if you want like a relationship, you want a girlfriend, it's going to be 80% here and 20% there of the content of what you're doing, you know. So because this goes with principle, my old principle, that you need to, when you're seducing a woman, you need to seduce her brain and her body on two different layers, on two different layers of communication. So this is actually the brain, building comfort, connection, trust, you're seducing the brain. partially body as well. On other side, the body needs to be turned on as well. So you need to do techniques, you need to do stuff on the body to turn on her body. Once you have a girl that's in her mind, fuck, I like this guy, I feel connected with him, and the body is saying, oh, I'm horny, I want to fuck him, that's it. That's successful seduction. You are controlling what her brain thinks about you and what her body feels towards you. This is the crucial elements of every game, especially when you talk about my game, when you talk about direct game, this needs to be perfect. So, what are you doing once you approach a girl with direct? You actually already, you approach a girl, you are so, let's say club game, you approach her, you turn her around, you're so damn sexy and I want to get to know you. Who are you? What's the name? That's already sexual energy. So you approached from here, from sexual energy. Then what you're gonna do, of course, so who are you? What's your name? You wanna connect. You're now talking about her, let's say what I usually do, my first line, my first question. Actually, you need to minimize amount of questions in your game. First question I ask is, so tell me, music can tell a lot about person. What do you listen? Building connection. I wanna get to know her. We'll talk about it later. Then, after a couple of minutes, I'm gonna do one more sexual escalation. Idea is to fill in this and fill in this bubble of energy. So I'm creating comfort energy with her, connection, I'm building connection, she trusts me, she connects me, she understands me, I understand her. We are talking about music, sports, hobbies, where she likes to travel, music, and then every so and then at the same time, I'm going to her left ear and whispering, you know what, those legs, you know what, I will remove everything from you, but these high heels, they will stay on. And then go back. But anyway, you like to travel? Then you go back here. What you're doing confusion in your brain. You're seducing, but you are engaging both hemispheres of the brain. And this is the beauty, basically. Logical hemisphere, emotional hemisphere, body is getting turned on, she's feeling sexual energy. After 20 minutes of this, of course, she thinks about having sex with you. That's a normal end result of good direct game. But this is how you stay within the frame. You are building trust, comfort, connection with her. And every so and then, I'm going to show you on a graph, every so and then what you are doing, you are throwing in some sexual tension, you're pumping sexual energy into the conversation. How does that look on a graph? So if this is time you spent with a girl, this is amount of the stuff we do, okay? So basically we said like there are two energies. First energy is the comfort, and it goes like this, okay? The more time you spend with her, the more you talk, the more comfortable, the more connection you will create with that girl. You see how that's going up? Now, every so and then in a conversation, let's say this is 20 minutes, this is like a 30 minutes of conversation, okay? 30 minutes is enough to approach, get good conversation going, create good connection, and get her panties wet. 30 minutes, if you know what you're doing, is more than enough. So, every couple of minutes, you are doing these sexual spikes. And of course, they are growing as comfortable. The more she trusts you, the more connection you have, the more sexual you can be with a girl, of course, And I'll show you something very important. So let's say, now basically I put 5, but let's say every 3 to 5 minutes, you should be doing some verbal sexual escalation or physical, So let's say you're talking with a girl, okay, and first topic is music. You talk about music. When you change the topic, you can say, you know what, we're talking about the music, but this ass, when I look at your ass, My blood is going to all wrong places, maybe. But anyway, you like to travel? Change topic. What's going to happen? Because it's a little bit uncomfortable topic, this kind of sexual, she will swallow it. It's going to go unconscious. And she will jump on the easy question, travel. Oh yeah, I love to travel, but that, what you said, like my blood is going to all wrong places, that's going to stay in her unconscious mind. Basically, what you're doing with sexual escalation, verbal, you are creating images, sounds, movies, clips in her mind about two of you having sex. But in a very gentleman way. There is no fuck, dick, pussy, I want to fuck you. You're just creating scenes. Like, for example, these high heels, they should be pointing up in the air, not down there. But anyway, tell me, and then change topic. So she is unconscious. There's no resistance. Usually kind of resistance comes with you being aggressive verbally. I want to fuck you, I want this, I want that. You don't say F word, you don't say dick, you don't say pussy. You are very gentle with the words, so you don't create resistance. You don't create this kind of, you're being aggressive, you're being an asshole and an idiot. You're being a gentleman. You play in the gloves. And this is because it passes all the resistance and all the radars and goes directly into the unconscious and creates images. What happens after 30 minutes, after let's say 5, 6, 7 of those, her mind starts creating automatically images of two of you having sex. So maybe at first, it's like, the way I see this is like, you have a fireplace. You take a piece of the wood, you throw it into the fire, and the fire starts burning. How long does that piece of the wood is gonna burn? 2, 3, 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes, in order to maintain that fire, you need to throw in one more piece of the wood inside to maintain the fire, or to get fire growing more. And this is what you are doing here. You are, on a surface level, creating a normal conversation with a girl. You're just talking with her. And then every 3 to 5 minutes, you throw in something sexual. So you maintain sexual energy. Sexual energy, your job as a player, your job as a seducer, is to create sexual tension between you and her and maintaining it during the time. That's your job. And you can do that with verbal, being sexually on verbal, and being sexually physical, touching different parts. Okay? And there's a very important rule here, in order, not to freak the girls out. You should first be words are coming before the touching. Whenever your physical escalation is ahead of the verbal, it may be too strong and you may be losing girls, creating resistance. Like, for example, a girl is sitting next to you and you just go there and put hand on her leg. She's like, what the fuck? Okay? But if you first do it, announce it verbally, you know what, you have such a beautiful jeans and I really like your legs, and then you put it, now it's okay because you prepared the territory with the words. That's why verbal physical escalation is always one step in front of the physical. You want to kiss her. First you say, you know what, you have such a beautiful, sexy lips. I'm resisting myself not to kiss you right now. And then you go in and you kiss her. So you are, if you are, let's say, verbally you are here, physically you are one stop behind. Now, you see these little spikes that I did. This is called calibration, okay? So, there's a comfort line, and then verbal sexual escalation needs to be a little bit above the comfort line. If, what usually guys do, they do like this. They are way too sexual. And this is basically called calibration or miscalibration, or when you don't calibrate. What happens? Girl is, after 3 minutes, she knows a little bit about you. And then After 3 minutes, you go in and you say, you know what, I so want to fuck you right now. I want to take you home and fuck you right. She's like, what the fuck, you know, who are you? And basically, like, you know, maybe you get slapped, or basically attraction drops down, fuck off. You miscalibrated. What happens? You can say this, yes, but here, after maybe 30 minutes of conversation and kissing and everything, you can say, let's go home and have sex, you know. But what guys do, they are too sexual for the amount of the comfort they have. That's why when you are escalating, your escalation should be just somewhere on the line of the comfort, maybe a little bit more, so it's a little bit more red, a little bit more dangerous, you know, spicy. You know, what nice guys do, they're here. They're very withdrawn sexual. They're below the line, what she can swallow, what you can take in a time. They don't even talk about the sex, you know. That's why it doesn't work as well, because it's not following the comfort line. So, your job is, on one side, build connection with a girl. And this is the beauty of direct game. You're just talking with a girl. You're getting to know her. You're going through topics. Music, sports, hobbies, travel, childhood, food, drinks. These 6, 7 magical topics. That's enough to buy you 30, 45 minutes of a time. Every girl likes to travel. Every girl likes some kind of music. Every girl likes some kind of movies. Every girl likes some kind of food or drinks. Every girl had, like, you know, some crazy stories from her childhood. That's what I want to talk about. This is how you're getting to know the person. And then, on top of that, you are being sexual. You are doing verbal sexual escalation. I'm going to show you a formula for that later, but this is just the concept. You understand what you're doing. So basically what I'm doing, I'm creating a good conversation, building trust, comfort, connection, and she's getting turned on sexually towards me. Her panties will be wet within 15-20 minutes. And she'll be thinking about having sex with me. And that's what I want. Even without me saying, let's go home and fuck, she's thinking about it. And this is the beauty of direct game. You're staying from the frame. I'm choosing you. I like you. I choose you to be my girl tonight. And then you do all the work that's needed to create that. Give her trust, comfort, connection, and then turn on her body so you have both of them at the same time. Now, what is the formula for verbal sexual escalation? For dirty talk. This is called dirty talk. Okay? You are being sexual with a girl. And I'm going to give you a very simple formula to follow. See, first thing, you have to understand, like, you know, compliments are good and bad. Lots of guys think that direct game is about giving compliments. You know, you have beautiful legs, or, you know, you have such a beautiful hair, or I like you, or, you know, you have nice ass. Direct game is not about giving compliments. Okay, why? What's the point? Compliments are amazing. Compliments do work. But problem with compliments are only about her. So compliments are only about her. So it's pushing her ego up. It's like, you know, 9s and 10s. They feed them all day long with compliments. They're flying in the air like, you know, they're the fucking goddess of this planet because of compliments. So, but, you know, if you're smart, and with the formula I'm going to give to you that I discovered, you can turn compliments working for you. And instead of just kind of being her, it's about you and her. But what you need to add to a compliment, you need to talk, in order to compliment to really work and to be sexual, to turn compliment into a dirty talk, you need to add plus you. You need to add yourself into the formula. So basically, dirty talk is her plus you. How does that look like? You give a compliment on her body, you have a beautiful legs. And then you add yourself, your feelings. How does that legs makes you feel? Now look how this amazing it is. You have amazing legs, you have such amazing legs, compliment, and me. I can't stop thinking about them. Or you have such amazing legs, you know, it's distracting me from this conversation. Or you know what, you have such amazing sexy legs, I'm thinking about, you know, I'm getting dirty thoughts as we speak. And this is how you are basically what you're doing. Okay, let's say imagine there is a graph escalation on 1 to 10 or 0 to 10 on how sexual dirty talk can be. Compliment plus feeling. You know, let's say if my number one, my first one that when I approach my first sexual escalation is, baby, you smell so good. That's kind of one, you know. You saying, oh, you know what, those legs, such amazing legs, and I can't wait to, you know, spend some time with them, between them, and I'll be kissing them all night long. That's 7, 8. Your job is now to slowly take from 1 to here. So this becomes normal with the time. As the comfort is growing, your how sexual you are, needs to grow as well. This requires a lot of emotional, social intelligence. Actually, it's a lot of practice. Actually, I have a really good, like, you know, on my real trainings, really good kind of formulas and plays much more deeper to actually play with this. I'll show you a little bit of it, so you get a taste of it. So basically, what are we doing? You're creating dirty talk in the left ear. You're speaking with her. You can do right, left ear works better because left ear is connected with the right side of the brain, which is emotional brain. So everything you whisper to the left ear is bypassing under the logical brain and it's going directly into the emotions, which is fucking amazing. So you do compliment, let's say body part, let's ass. Compliment on her ass. You know what? You have such a round, firm, nice, big ass. And then your feelings, you know, and I can't stop thinking about it as we speak. Or you can be like, you know what, we're talking about the music, but you know what, you're such a nice ass, you know, like, you know, it's distracting me from this conversation. But anyway, and then change topic. Tell me, you know, kind of, what's your favorite food? What do you like to eat? This is a dream for the girls. This kind of conversation is fucking amazing. I can't even explain you know, you need to go out and try it, how it works. Girls love this because you're giving them sexual energy. You're not being aggressive like other guys grabbing her for ass or kind of being stupid with a game. You're actually being very smooth, very soft, but in her mind you're creating scenes that you want her, that she's attractive, that you want to fuck her, and you're creating sounds, images, and videos in her unconscious mind about two of you having sex. And this will result as a sex later on. So, and this is the beauty of the reg game. Now, how do you escalate on this? So, when you talk about feelings, so we say like compliment plus feelings, your feelings. Her body part plus your feelings. Okay? This is on escalation level, verbal on 1 to 5, lower part. The moment you start talking about actions, so instead of feelings, let's put here actions. Things become very sexual, okay? And this is from 5 till 10. Why they become sexual? Because so far we're speaking about first couple of lines, what I usually do is like this, feelings, you know, emotions. What do I feel? How does her body makes me feel? You know, you're such a beautiful back, you know, it's driving me crazy, it's turning me on, okay? Just whisper that to her ear and then continue conversation. Amazing. But then, after 10-15 minutes, you cannot be for half an hour speaking how do you feel, how it feels sexy for you, like, you know. It becomes normal to start talking about what would you like to do to her, to that body part. And when you start speaking about actions or what you would like to do, things become very sexual. Like, for example, let's take legs. You know, you have such a sexy legs. I'll be massaging them all night long, or I'll be kissing them, or, you know, I'll be spending time between them. I can't wait to meet them. You know, let's say then, okay, you can do many things. Basically, the formula is body part, adjective, and then, like, you know, actually this is actually too complicated for you guys at the moment, so let's not go there. But you can create your own ones very simple by following the formula. Complement the body part, and what would you like to do to that body part, and pay attention that you are somewhere on the line. So body part, complement. You know what? You're such amazing, let's say, neck. Okay? Or like, you know what? You're such a sexy neck. And now, okay, what I want to do with this neck? You know, I'll be kissing, or I'll be biting them, or I'll be biting that neck, or, you know, I can't wait to bite that neck. Anyway, you have brothers and sisters? Change the topic. You don't want to talk about sexual things. Okay? You don't want to discuss now, oh, like what will you do, what I'll be doing for you to your neck for like half an hour. Just throw in the virus in her mind and move the topic, and the virus will do the rest. Because girls, see, that's something you need to understand. Girls they can multitask for a reason. You have two hemispheres of the brain. We have like 3 connections between the brain. They have like, you know, 12 connections, these kind of perpetuals between the brain. So they can process information much faster, and they can do stuff at the same time. So, like one girl, she told me, actually like one female friend of mine, she told me, Dan, I can at the same time talk to you, think about what I have to write, you know, on my homework, what I have in a fridge, what I need to buy. So they can multitask, like they can create multiple tabs, like in Windows. You can multitask, you know, you can open the YouTube, and I don't know, and your Excel sheet, and this, and copy something to the hard drive at the same time. That's what they can do with the brain. Men, we are monofocus. We do one task, we focus on one task. When you do many tasks, we fall apart. So basically, they can do this. The reg game with this kind of verbal sexual escalation, called this dirty talk, is based on their ability to multitask. They can multitask here, multitask. You create images of you licking her legs. Change the topic. You talk about travel. Then again, you create a new tab about you licking her neck. New tab. You talk about music. And then you create 20, 30 different tabs. In her mind, it's chaos. She's getting to know you, but she's thinking, she doesn't know why, but she's thinking about having sex with you. And this is the beauty of when you implement dirty talk into your direct game as continuation. So you create sexual energy with the opener, you have attraction there, and then you continue building it more and more and more till her panties are wet. And then you go for a kiss close, or basically, you don't even need to say anything. Just say, let's grab her by the hand and let's go home. She knows why you're going home. That's the beauty. In the reg game, you need to find a way how to get her home. Or, you know, hey, let's go home, watch a movie, Netflix and chill. Let's do this. Let me show you my aquarium with goldfishes. With this game, when you're being direct, you're being honest, you're being sexual, she knows why you're going home. So, try this, implement everything. I would say majority of you guys, you need to work on adding your sexual escalation, and see you in Brazil soon. Bye.